I'm Captain Brian Fancher with Texas Fishing Tips. This is your weekly fishing report. I'm going to show you where some fish are in the back Nueces Bay, up here in the front of Nueces Bay where it meets Corpus Bay, down over in the boat hole area, and then in the back side of Oso. Now, these little back areas back here in Nueces Bay where the river kind of dumps into it, there's been a lot of redfish and drum holding on these oyster reefs. The oyster reefs are holding some heat in the water, so it's keeping the water temperatures up a little bit, and I've seen the reds working around these reefs quite a bit. A shrimp under a popping cork, fairly shallow, about 1 foot to 2 foot leader on there, has been working pretty well. Just pop it along and drift with the wind, staying close to that shoreline. Now you can also hit some of the backwater little tributaries coming into the river and working a paddle tail or something along real slow along in there has been producing some good ones. Silver one like a mullet shaped is probably the best bet. The Indian Point area is still holding some decent trout in there. There's not a ton of them right now, but there's still pretty good numbers in there, and they're decent sized. So work the drop-offs with a sand eel or a paddle tail and bounce it along pretty slowly coming up the drop-offs right there. A shrimp under a popping cork, also a pretty solid bet right now. And if you can't get your hands on some shrimp, nuclear chicken or something along the bright colors and gulp work pretty well. At the nighttime, for those of you who want to get out at night and try your luck, you can walk from the Portland side of the Portland Causeway all along the under part of it. It's fairly shallow and you can wade along in there, and the trout have been hitting real solid at night on just about whatever you throw. At night I like to use something dark. With the full moon we've been having, it casts a nice shadow and shows them where the bait is. From Dead Man's Hole to Kate's Hole, right along in this deep pockets right here, there's been some drum moving through here. You can see them, they'll come up on the surface and then they'll drop down to feed. Look for the muddied up sections of water within the clear, and that's where you're going to find your drum. Now throw a dead or a live shrimp on a trout feeler rig down at the bottom, Carolina style, and just wait for the drum to move through. Now the old Don Patricio Road right here in the backside of Flower Bluff has been producing some decent redfish and some decent drum. And for those of you that don't have a boat, this is a pretty good place to go. Take yourself some dead mullet and cut them up, or shrimp, and throw them out there on the bottom and wait, and you'll produce some fish fairly quickly. There's also been a few flounder working along in there, so look for those as well. Don't forget to go to TexasFishingTips.com to register for our weekly tackle t-shirt giveaway, as well as the power pole we're giving away, brought to you by Gulf Coast Marine. Captain Brian Fancher, thank you for watching.